One of them, his name was Jim Rohn. And Jim Rohn, he would say to me, young man, he always called me young man. He'd say, young man, I want you to understand something. You're going to associate yourself with people throughout your lifetime, many of them. And you're going to have five of your best friends, five of the people that you hang out with, you associate the most. And your income level is going to closely match their income level because that's your comfort level. But you need to ask yourself, of the people that you associate with, the five most people, do any of those people make you want to grow? Do any of them make you want to be better or become more, be successful? Or do they put you down? Are you one of the ones where you just kind of feel like you can't live up to their expectation? Or do they keep you on the same level playing field all the time where you're all happy with everything being just the same always? And I thought about that. And at that moment in my life, I made a decision to at least have one person in my life that actually makes me want to grow, makes me want to be better. So I want to encourage all of you, have someone in your life, a mentor, someone that actually makes you want to learn and grow and become better. And so I do. And if you feel you can't find someone that, like locally that or someone in For Life or whatever, there's always YouTube. I listen to John Maxwell. I listen to Tony Robbins, and I've listened to some network marketing friends of mine that aren't even in For Life because they've got some wonderful teachings. So in this business, it's my responsibility to teach people the cycle of success. And by the way, I do have 129, Gabby and I have now 129 millionaires on our team, millionaires, because of For Life. So we're very, very blessed, but we're going to have many, many more as the years go by. So I learned these things in my career. I also learned something from my mentors. Number one, it's important to understand that it's knowledge that creates confidence. Knowledge makes you confident. You see, the more you know, the more confident you feel. And it's a confidence that gives you the desire to take action. Most people will not take action unless they have some confidence. Well, where does the confidence come from? It comes from these Zoom meetings. Attend every meeting you can. Jim Rohn told me that too. Young man, attend every meeting. Some will change your life and you don't know which ones they are. So you go to all of them, you see. But it's that confidence level that makes you want to take action. And it's the action that brings the results. You get results by taking action, you see. And so I love this business because, number one, it's very simple. This is the simplest business I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of businesses, but it's not easy. So I learned this over 40 plus years. All right. So I want to kind of share with you a couple of things. Now I want to move forward to my story with For Life. I was a millionaire at the age of 28. You see, my first mentor died. His name was Joe. Okay. Joe died. Joe Land was his name. He died. And I got involved with my second network marketing company at the age of 25. By the time I was 28, I had made $1 million. I became a millionaire. I got my income up to $80,000 US a month with my second company. I was their top pin level. I was loving life, but I made a big mistake. I invested my money in toys. I had a plane, I had a yacht, I had a Mercedes-Benz, I had a BMW. The only smart thing I might have done was I bought a house on the beach in Laguna Beach, California. But that company, by the time I was 30, went down in flames. They crashed and burned. And I learned a statistic at the age of 30. Very important to know this. One in 100 network marketing companies ever survive past 10 years. 1 in 100. And most of those die in the first couple of years. So I was a victim of that. So by the time I was 30, I was sick. And I was sick really because the stress level when I lost everything, because I went from 0 to hero back to 0 again in a fairly short period of time, about 5 years. And so I found myself kind of wandering, trying to figure out what am I going to do? But my mentors taught me two things. One, never base tomorrow's successes on yesterday's failures. Every person I know that's a millionaire, they also went through their series of failures. Okay. In fact, I had one guy tell me the more you fail, the more you're going to succeed. I thought, interesting. Okay. So I learned that. Number two, network marketing never failed me. The business model itself never failed me. And once you understand the process and once you taste some success, you're never going to want to do anything else in your life when it comes to making money. All right. Because this is the best business model there is. But companies and people have failed me. So when I was 30, I went through this business failure, as Ridwan had mentioned. And so I was looking and I was sick. I contracted something called Crohn's disease. If any of you know what Crohn's is, it's a digestive disorder. It's horrible, horrible. But I was a perfect candidate for it. My stress level was high. I lost everything. I was broke, starting life over again, moved into a little apartment, couldn't even pay the $400 a month, had no car. I lost my car. I lost everything, started over, life over again. And that's when I met Gabby. I'd been through a divorce, everything. I met Gabby and things started to change for me. Gabby paid for our first date, by the way. She can tell you that story. I didn't have the money to pay for a date. And so one day in my little apartment, I got a knock on my door. That changed my life. The postman delivered a bottle of Transfer Factor Classic along with a letter, an invitation to learn about the product and take the time, all right, listen, learn, and hopefully share. And by the way, that's what we do. We listen, learn, and share. And so I thought, you know what? The person who sent it to me, I love the man. I trust the man. I respect the man. He's a scientist. He developed over 300 products, now over 350 products in this industry for companies like Nature's Sunshine and New Skin. Great scientist. And he was the first scientist for 4Life. So I thought, you know what? I trust this guy. I better look at this. But I had fear. If there's anybody here that had fear or has fear about this or the fear of change or the fear of anything to do with this, welcome to the club. I did too. But my fear was because of what I went through before. I didn't want to repeat that cycle. So I told Gabby, I said, you know what? This transfer factor stuff, it sounds wonderful, but I'm afraid I can't go through what I went through before with the previous company. I can't bring family and friends and just people and build a business all in vain and have it crash and burn again. So the only way I'm going to do this is one, I want to know the product a bit more, learn about the product. And number two, who's my pilot? Who is running this ship so that I can meet that person and I'll go by what my heart says. If my heart tells me to do this, I'll do it. But if I feel for 1 second that this is going to be another repeat of what I went through before, I'm out. Ain't going to do it. So Gabby and I, she actually paid for a ticket to Utah from San Diego. It's an hour and a half flight. And I had to borrow money for the ticket. Flew to Utah. That's another decision that changed our lives. Met David Lisenby, the founder. And the day we met David Lisenby, I asked him some serious questions. Two of the questions I asked him was, one, Mr. Lisenby, what's your exit strategy? Because I know that any smart entrepreneur that starts a business thinks ahead. They have some sort of exit strategy, all right? In other words, are you going to sell the company? If that's the case, if you're thinking about building this up and selling it, I'm not interested because I'm not a soccer player. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person who wants to build a legacy. And he said, no, he's not going to sell the company. He wants to build a legacy. Number two, are you going to take the company public? Public, on the stock exchange. Amway tried it. Didn't work. So they bought their stock back. Okay. It doesn't work in our industry. The only one that benefits are the founders or the shareholders of the company, the owners. So when he told me he wanted to build a legacy, I'm in. And I told Gabby, I'm doing this. If I don't do it, I'm an idiot. Okay. Because why? I felt he's a man of integrity, credibility, experience, vision, innovation, all the things I wanted in someone who's going to be my partner in business. We're going to talk about partnership in a minute. And so I signed an application, but here's the funny thing. Gabby and I, when we joined 4Life, we did not have a sponsor. We didn't have a sponsor because Dr. McCausland can't sponsor anybody. He's one of the executives and the scientists of 4Life. So I told David Lisenby, you put us where you want. If it is to be, it's up to me, number one. And, I just have a philosophy. I don't look up, I look in the mirror. All right. I'm going to build my organization. And frankly, I felt very blessed that the people up above me, and by the way, there's 11 up above me. I was placed number 12 in a line of, and people I never even knew, didn't even know who they were. But I learned something. The first three actually are doctors: Dr. Robertson, Dr. Dwayne Townsend, and Dr. David Markowitz. Doctors. I like that because they weren't network marketing gurus, the first people that joined. I don't like these network marketing people that think they know it all, because as soon as you hit the first bump in the road, they jump ship and try to take everybody somewhere else. And I didn't want an upline that would rape and pillage my downline. So I felt very blessed to have really good, ethical, honest, non-network marketers as an upline. So I come back from Utah and I tell Gabby, I'm going to work. Here's the thing I want y'all to understand today. One of the things, there's a process here, a process of knowing when you're getting started, what lies in front of you. And also understanding there is an element of mystery. You sponsor someone, you don't know what's going to happen when you sponsor somebody new. They might build an empire and they might do nothing. It's okay. So I understand the process. I understood the process. 18 years before For Life, I'd been in this industry, network marketing. So I knew what my job is. So what I want y'all to understand is, in this business of network marketing, it's a partnership. You all have a very serious partner. I'm not talking about your sponsor. I'm talking about David and Bianca Lisenby. And that transcends through Steve Tu, Danny Lee, our CEOs. A culture begins at the top. I love the For Life culture. I love the For Life people. All right. But it's important to understand that your partner, David, or partner is David and Bianca Lisenby, they know what their job is. They have a serious responsibility. They pay all the overhead expenses. They pay the employees. They pay all the inventory, the stock they maintain. They open the new offices. They pay all the registrations. They deal with the administration. That's their job. Okay. Our job on the other side of this partnership, your job and my job, one thing, one simple thing. Be a messenger, share a message, share a story. So if we're going to be messengers, you and I, let's learn to be good messengers, okay? Be the best messenger you can by learning the story. And there's two stories we're going to talk about tonight. So I knew what my job was. I loved my partnership with David and Bianca. I trusted them, but I also knew in 1998, the company was only a few months old. And they were very vulnerable to being one of the victims of the companies that don't make it in this business. So I told Gabby, I even told our kids that were alive, that were born at the time, I said, you guys, you're not going to see a whole lot of me right now. When you get up and go to school, I'm going to be working. When you come home from school, I'm going to be working. When you go to bed, I'm going to be working. And it's going to be that way for a little while, because I knew I had to work hard, take my job seriously, and deliver a lot of messages to a lot of people in the beginning. Plant a lot of seeds, okay? So what does this allow us to do, you guys? If we get paid only to deliver a message and not deal with traditional business stuff, operating expenses, employees, and all that, you get to compress a lifetime of work by doing this business, because you get to focus and duplicate your efforts by teaching, training, building other people. That's why I've been able to build an organization where over 1 million people have joined our business since we started For Life. Over 1 million, you see, not because we're special, because we've duplicated our efforts through the people we've worked with, like Sherry and Sadiq and many of you great leaders here, okay? So I understood the process. I know my job. I took it seriously, went to work. Now, here's a couple of things that I want you to, hopefully you realize and understand about this business model. Time compression, talked about that by focusing, duplicating. What about this? I talk to people every day when I'm delivering my message to people. As I deliver my message, I understand there's 3 types of people. The ones that are not ready, it's okay. It's not my responsibility to make the world be ready. Some are ready, some are not ready. The ones that are ready either become customers or business builders. And I'm looking for the business builders, okay? But I understand that, okay? But sometimes people that are not ready, they become ready at some point in time. When COVID started, oh my gosh, my business grew, by the way, 15 million, Gabby, and my business, 15 million. It grew in 30 days in March. Why? All the non-ready people got ready real quick when COVID entered the world, okay? But my point is this. In understanding this process, benefit one, time compression. Benefit two, I talk to millennials. I'm working with a big group of millennials, young adults in Brazil now, and even in parts of Africa. And they've told me, my gosh, we spent 4 years going to college, 4 years going to school. That's great. You might get some discipline out of it and maybe knowledge. That's wonderful, but no experience. The greatest teacher is experience, period. And so in this business, I've told them, imagine if you invest 4 years in this business, you get to earn while you learn. How many of you have gone to college? Did the college pay you or did you pay the college? You see, here you earn while you learn. You're building something for yourself. I tell people in life, you're either going to build your dream or spend your life building someone else's dream that employs you, or the government, or whatever, maybe an airline, public company, whatever. The point is, make a decision, build your dream or build someone else's. Okay. So you get to earn while you learn. At the same time, there's something that happens in this business, and I've seen it. I've seen it with Sherry. I've seen it with Sadiq. I've seen it with a number of you that I've worked with through the years. You change, you transform, you learn, you grow, you develop. This business, it really is the world's greatest personal development course. All right. It's hidden though. You don't realize that until you get in and start working and building all the things you learn, the skills you develop, social skills, communication skills, leadership skills, patience. That's a skill. You develop these skills in the journey. And you know what? Just like me, I lost my money from the previous company. I lost everything, but nobody could take my skills. Nobody. I developed those skills in my career. So I just reapplied those skills in For Life, and I was able to build an empire, really. And I haven't even finished. I still got 20 years left in me. All right. And I'm 60. I'll be working when I'm 80 because I love this business so much. So again, earn while you learn. Here's another great one. You're in business for yourself. Every one of you, you're going to develop your income, your future. But you know what? You're not by yourself. You're going to walk your own road, your own journey, but you're not going to have to do it alone. When someone decides to employ themselves and start some sort of traditional business, whether they're going to sell electronics, whether they're going to sell, what else do I got here? Clothes, whatever they sell. The point is, they're doing it alone. Okay. In this business, you've got a team. And I've got to say hats off to Winner's team because you guys understand teamwork. It doesn't matter who started the team. Nobody's better than anybody else. It's about synergy. It's about understanding that the sum of the parts are greater than the whole. When people work together, you create more energy, strength in numbers. Okay. So you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. That's a huge benefit in this business. And then one of the greatest benefits of all, it's called residual income. I took a flight recently when I went to Brazil earlier this year before COVID hit. And the gentleman that was next to me was a lawyer for a company called Kellogg's. Do you guys have Kellogg's where you are? Frosted Flakes and, the Kellogg cereals. All right. He's a lawyer for Kellogg's.
Yeah, we have that here.
Sitting next to me, we had a long conversation on the way to Brazil. And he just flat out admitted to me, he goes, you know what? You're lucky. If something happened, he said this, if this plane crashes, your family's taken care of. Mine's not. And so he was joking about it. It's called residual income. All right. But you've got to understand that in the beginning, there's more time than there is money. You spend a lot of time, get a little bit of money in the beginning. But as you build and move up the ranks from associate to builder to diamond to presidential diamond, I call that the lower and middle class. It's a lot of time and you're making little money and you start making a little more money. You get up into the middle class area. But once you get to international diamond and start getting premier pools and you start going on the trips, I've been to 106 countries, all paid for by For Life. And then you get to the upper class, gold international, platinum international, then it's more money than time. So you start buying your time back. You see, understand the process, you guys. When you understand the process, It's a simple process, but it takes some years. It might take 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. It doesn't matter. What else are you going to do in life? All right. So here, all these wonderful benefits, and you're going to build a legacy, and you're building something for your prosperity, your family. Heaven forbid something happened to Gabby and me, our family's taken care of, you see, because For Life is going to keep growing. And by the way, just so you know, this year, it looks like For Life is going to hit, very possible, the 500 million mark. 500 million. Okay. So, we've worked hard for 22 years. 500 million is great. But you know what? When you compare it to some of the giants in our industry, Amway, Herbalife, Nu Skin, Amway, 13 plus billion. Herbalife, about 8 billion. Nu Skin, I think they're about 5-6 billion now. We're still a young company, you guys. Imagine this. We're going to get to the 5, 7, 10 billion mark. You all get to be part of that. You get to go through all of these waves, that we go through as the business grows, these cycles, okay? Knowing the process. So when people ask me, well, Dave, what do you feel your responsibility is right now? My responsibility? When I joined For Life, I wanted to make money, just like all of you want to make money. But my goals have evolved now. Now I like to make millionaires. I like to help other people be successful. I also want to build a wonderful legacy. I love watching people that get the seed planted. And even if they say no, they might be ready later. They say yes, they come back. I've had a lot of people that jumped in because of COVID, and many of them have decided to stay in and build a business once they learned about this business model, you see. So, in the process of building, that's the most important thing to understand, you guys. But as far as my business and Gabby's business goes, we started here in the USA, and it's interesting. I don't know if Sherry, if you knew this, or Sadiq, but over 90% of our business is outside of the USA, outside of our country. For Life diversified quickly, and we went to New Zealand and Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic and Mexico and Costa Rica and Panama, all through South America, and then up to Malaysia and Korea and Japan, you see. So we diversified. Here's my point. You all have an opportunity to ride these waves I'm talking about, these cycles of success through all over the world. But here in the USA, I want to encourage you all, take advantage of this country, the United States of America, because For Life is virtually small over here, okay? You've got a wonderful opportunity. You've got all the tools. You've got an app called Connect, a brand new app, okay? You've got virtual meetings. Zoom knows no boundaries. I'm sure we got people here from many countries listening in. And by the way, as human beings, we're adaptable. We were talking about this just before we got started the meeting. I was on with Sadiq and Ridwan talking about the fact, as human beings, we are adaptable. I used to talk live in front of people. I fed off your energy. All right. I'm sure Sadiq did the same thing. And Sherry, we feed off the audience, the energy. Well, what happens when you're talking to a computer screen doing a PowerPoint and you can't even see the faces? I get to see your faces right now, but if I was doing a PowerPoint, all I see is a little camera in front of me. So I've got to dig deep inside me and project that energy, project that success, deliver that message to you guys. All right. And I always tell people, look, invite people to the table. The silverware is set and the food is going to be served. I'm going to deliver the message. You bring the guests. And that's what we do with Zoom. These Zoom meetings, take advantage of virtual meetings. Now, I started working in Brazil. So during our For Life career, I've traveled the world, and I met Sherry, by the way. Sherry, I don't know if I can ask you, Sherry, what year was it we met? 04, 05, right around there? What year was it you joined?
Yeah, I joined in 04, but we probably physically met in 04, I think.
So probably the end of 03. I was actually doing I think it was the beginning of 04, because I was doing a trip over to Korea. We opened Korea in 04, and I met, and I remember Jeff Altgilbers and Linda Emerson saying, they told me all about Sherry, and Jeff said, Jeff, don't leave Singapore without getting Sherry signed up. You can't leave Singapore. And so anyhow, Sherry and I stayed up till like 3 a.m. having satay and talking about her family, Sadiq and Akram and her whole family being network marketers and everything. And the concern she had, the same way I had my concern, starting something new, having some fear. But in this business, in the process, the first thing we do, you guys, is you establish a friendship. So Sherry, do you feel that night we established a bit of a friendship?
Yes, absolutely.
And so that friendship, it turns into trust. But the trust only happens when you start working with someone new, working together as a team. And it becomes magical where you become friends, then you gain trust, and you start building the business together. And thank heavens we had Jeff and other people in the organization that have spent a lot of years working, traveling over there. In fact, Jeff moved to Guam and spent a lot of time traveling throughout Southeast Asia building the business. But anyhow, that's part of this process, you guys. Meeting someone, establishing a friendship, establishing trust, and then continuing to build the business. But Sherry got involved in 2004, right around then. And that's when I started traveling around the world in Asia and other parts, Korea, and building. And then I came back home and I was kind of I was in, I would call it management mode, managing my business. I got caught up in just managing. And my income level kind of tapered off. Now, it did taper off, but you guys, it tapered off at hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. It's a good income level. But I wanted more. I got hungry again. And I decided to go to Brazil. Why'd I go to Brazil? I had somebody on my third level, that joined the business in Brazil. And I made a commitment to her. I said, you know what? If you get to diamond, I'll come down there and do a meeting for you. She got to diamond a year ago, October. And so I went to Brazil in December and started working with her. And during that time, I thought, you know what? I'm going to kind of do a little survey and I'm going to meet some people. I don't care if I meet them at the airport. I don't care where I meet them. I'm just going to ask them if they've heard of network marketing, what they think. And I discovered there's a lot of attitudes. There's a lot of pyramids, illegal pyramids in Brazil. There might be some over where you guys live. I don't know. But I ran into some of these people and I noticed that some people have a bad taste in their mouth about multi-level marketing. No big deal. But I found some people that also really believe it's a good model. As long as you've got a good company, a product with a story behind it. Do we have that? Do we got a great company and a product with a good story? Yes, we do. And so I went back in January and spent the entire month of January in Brazil. I went to 15 cities in the span of about 40 days. Less than 40. I came back when I got COVID, was on February 7th, okay, on my flight back home. So anyhow, during that time, I enrolled 5 people. Now I understood that I've got to go through the cycle again, the process of meeting someone new, gaining their friendship. These are strangers, didn't even know them. And now in 9 months, virtually, because I couldn't go back. I was going to go back to Brazil in March and do live meetings. I switched to virtual meetings on Zoom. I told them all, I'm going to serve the dinner. You bring the guests. We're getting 100+ people on every Zoom call now. We've built 27 diamonds and 3 presidentials in 9 months in Brazil. Their sales have grown every month since January. Before then, for 6 years, they were flat. Here's my point. You guys, the only way your business grows is if we do what we get paid to do, and that is deliver a message. And there's only 2 ways to deliver a message. You take the message to them, or they come to you to hear the message. There's no other way. So I ask you, are you doing that? Are you taking the message to other people? And are people coming to hear the message from you? If you don't know the message yet, you use your sponsor. And that's what I told the people, the new people in Brazil. I said, I'm a pretty good messenger. You bring the guests, I'll be the messenger. And now I've got I'd say about a dozen that I just sit back and listen to them. They deliver the message to the guests. That's how you duplicate and build your business. It's a process, you see? So I ask you, are you doing that? Are you delivering the message? If you feel like you don't know anybody or can't find anybody, I say this, give me a break, okay? Everybody knows somebody. Y'all got cell phones? Do you have names in that cell phone? And if you feel like, well, I'm not sure if they're gonna like it, they're not gonna like it, whatever, it doesn't matter. Some will, some won't, so what? You still deliver the message. don't take the responsibility of making their decision. They'll decide. And all it takes is one person that joins your team and says, you know what, I like this. I don't have a problem talking about it. I don't have a problem sharing it with people. Now you start working in their circle of people. And I've learned something in my career. It's a lot easier talking to other people's people than sometimes talking to the people that know you, because they can judge you. The people that know you, they know who you are. They know what you've done. Have you been successful? Have you not been successful? Maybe you tried 20 network marketing companies, but this is going to be the one. And they're like, give me a break. All right. Doesn't matter. If your mind is made up, you're going to succeed. You're going to succeed. If it is to be, it's up to me. Same with you. Okay. But the point is this: the people that can judge you, they're the hardest on you. And Gabby made a comment, sweetie. I love what Gabby said recently on a call. I'm going to steal this from you, sweetie. She says, isn't it funny that you go to college and maybe you spent, you got here in the United States, people take out student loans and they go into debt to go to school. They get out of school and they got a debt of $20,000, $30,000. All right. So they get out of school, they're in debt, yet everyone goes to their graduation, applauds them, gives them a hug. Yay. Okay. Then you go buy yourself a car. You take out a loan, you go into debt. Let's say you get yourself a BMW, Mercedes-Benz, or whatever kind of a Tesla, and everyone claps, they give you a hug, but you're in more debt. And then you go and you take out a loan to buy a house. You got a nice little, let's say a 3-4 bedroom house. You went into more debt. All right. And they hug you and they say, wonderful. And they applaud you. And yet you tell them you spent less than $200 to start a business in this industry of network marketing and health and wellness. And they, get away. Here's my point. Some people are going to do that. All right. Doesn't matter. But when you're talking to your people's people, it all comes down to your ability to make a friend, deliver a message, establish trust, and go through the cycle of building. All right. And that's why I love this business, you guys, because as I'm helping other people succeed, I get to become more as I learn and grow. And one of my mentors told me this a long time ago. He says, Dave, if you want to earn more, you have to become more. And how do you become more? You become more by serving other people. And that's why I love this business, because upline serves the downline. The downline doesn't work for the upline. Upline works for the downline. All right. Upline serves the downline in the way that they work with the downline, support the downline, inspire the downline, motivate the downline, mentor the downline, get in the mud, get in the trenches, get out there and deliver that message with your downline. And I love doing that. I love getting out and doing presentations in homes, in restaurants, in theaters, whatever it takes. Now, a couple of tips I want to give you guys as I pass it to Gabby here in a second. In this business of network marketing, understand we're creatures of habit. We develop habits throughout our whole lifetime. This business is no different. How many people do you talk to? And understand if you're in quarantine or whatever, it might be less people, but during an average day throughout your lifetime, how many times in a day do you open your mouth to talk to someone? Have your antennas up, your network marketing antennas, always thinking that person might be good. That person might be. I'll give you an example. Recently, 2 things happened in my life. Our hot water pump went out, so we had to call a plumber. He came over while he was putting the new pump in. I was talking to him, and I asked him a simple question. How's business during this COVID stuff? He said, it's not been bad. People are taking care of their house and stuff while they're home in quarantine. And guess what he asked me? What do you do? How's your work? And I said, I'm very fortunate. I work from home, nothing different for me. And I market an immune system product to help people against global threats. And guess what's happening? He goes, oh, really? What is it? I told him about it. My antenna was up. I told him about it. And then when COVID started to calm down, I can get my haircut. Didn't get my haircut from January until last month. Got a haircut. So I go into the place to get my haircut. I got my mask on. Don't have it here with me, but my mask is on. And I had to wait outside. They called it David Daughtry. I walk in, I sit down, social distancing. You know, there was only 3 chairs in there. And the lady, they're all got masks on. And I made a comment. I said, it's quite interesting getting a haircut these days. All you see is eyeballs. You can't see anyone smile or anything. And the lady laughed. And she goes, yeah. She goes, it is kind of strange. That broke the ice. and she started talking to me. And I asked her how business was. And she goes, it's been rough. COVID has been rough. She goes, what about you? I presented to tell her. You know what she told me? She goes, could you use any representatives? I said, absolutely. Give me your phone number. I'll send you it, because I know she was working. She got another client, cut hair. I said, I'll send you a video after. And I sent her a video. Now, she hasn't signed up yet. The point is this. I'm always looking for people to deliver the message to, and I don't have to. Gabby and I could retire, but it's in our blood. It's what we do. This is a business that eventually becomes a lifestyle, becomes a culture. It's like asking one of the Beatles, y'all know the Beatles, the group, Paul McCartney, when are you going to quit writing songs? The day he dies. It's in his blood. It's what he does. And so I love this business. So you guys, in the end, I want you all to know you got a beautiful family in For Life, a For Life family. And I'm sure many of you have beautiful families yourself, right? But you got a wonderful family. You got an amazing team with Winners Team, great leaders, all right, that are here with us today. Sherry, Sadiq, Ridwan, Salim, and many, many. I apologize if I forget some of you, but great, great leaders, all right? It's about working together, all right? It's about getting out there and understanding that there's many billions of people in this world. So few of them have ever heard the message of transfer factor, financial freedom, a little company that's now a big company called For Life Research. It's our responsibility, our job to deliver the message and be good messengers. And once you find someone that's interested, encourage them to open their door to the people that they know and get into their circle of influence and deliver the message to their people. And guess what will happen? You'll learn, you'll grow, you'll develop, and you'll build an empire duplicating that process. So Ridwan, I'll pass it to you. I appreciate you guys getting on today. I love doing these calls. But one last thing I do want to say. If any of you ever interested in getting on any of my calls or trainings, I'm here to serve you guys, to help. So you can go to my website. It's my name, davedaughtry.com. And I have a calendar. And you can see when I do calls in English, Spanish, Portuguese. You might have somebody in Brazil. Get them on. If you got someone in Europe, get them on. I do them at different times of the day, and it doesn't matter really whose call you get on, because we're all different. There's different flavors, different personalities, different characters, you see. And that's why I love this business. If we were all the same, it'd be a pretty boring world, wouldn't it? You see, and that's why I love also learning and listening from other people. So anyhow, Ridwan, I'll pass it to you, my friend. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dave, for your sharing. By the way, Dave, there's one question on Facebook. This is from Facebook. Someone was asking, you mentioned that you went to the barber to have your haircut, and then you passed on a video to the hairdresser, right? So which video was it? What kind of video did you pass to the hairdresser?
Simply because, that's a good question. Thank you. Because I get asked a lot, do you talk about opportunity or do you talk about product? It depends which way the conversation is going. The Kellogg's lawyer on the plane, it was pure opportunity. He's a lawyer, he's a businessman, he wanted to talk business. Now the lady, because we were talking about COVID and the immune system, I shared with her the video of the guy with the kind of the white hair sitting back. He looks almost like a doctor, and he's got a microscope sitting on the table, and he's talking about how transfer factor works. It's about I think it's a 2-minute video. That's the one I shared. I know that if you select USA, you should have access. Do you guys have access to all the videos?
Yes, we have For Life Connect here, but of course we have to select our country first. So we'll try to find that video that you were referring to.
Well, I can tell you, if you can't find the video,
there are many other videos.
Well, there's a lot of videos, but it's on YouTube. But if you got a VPN, just change your VPN to USA,
Yes.
and then you should have access to every video.
Yes, the virtual private network. Okay, thank you so much, Dave. Okay, is Gabby still here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Right in front of
Gabby. Hi, Gabby. Would you like to say a few things? Oh, please.
Okay.
Hi, Gabby.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Gabby. Boy, so good to see you.
Thank you. I want to thank you for inviting us on this call. We are very blessed to have a very nice organization. Internationally, I mean, really, we are very blessed. And we love working with you guys. We love seeing you guys when we go to visit over there in Singapore. And I love Singapore, actually. I mean, gosh, you know, I told Dave we should have like a home there.
You're welcome to build a home here.
We should. Anyway, there's a lot of beautiful places all over the world, really. But gosh, we'll consider it, definitely. Working with 4Life, as you all know, some of you know, I worked at a optical with glasses, and that's how I met Dave, actually.
She sold me 2 pair of glasses when I only needed 1.
No, I sold you 4.
That's right, 4 pair. I still only needed 1.
But anyway, as you all know, we met at a Walmart Vision Center. Some of you know Walmart here in the States. I mean, geez, I remember having a 9 to 9 job because I was a manager there. So I basically worked from opening to closing many, many, many times, probably 5 days out of the week. And that's how I met Dave. He went in to get eye exam and glasses, and he came out with a wife. But it's an interesting story, and we'll talk about that some other time. But really, when I was working at the Vision Center in Walmart, I really didn't have a life. My life was work and my children. When I saw my children, because of basically was at work all the time. I didn't take vacations. I didn't know what a vacation was or even afford a vacation. And some of you might be in the same boat, I don't know. But I was also divorced. I had 2 small children. So to me, that was my life, okay? And I did, though, have 2 mortgages, and I drove a nice Lexus. So I'm the type of woman that, you know what, my mom would always say, you don't need a man to buy you things. You can do it yourself. And after my divorce, I took that to heart. My ex gave me the minimal amount of child support, which was not that much for 2 children. It was about $600. And that's probably, it won't work nowadays because you need at least $2,000 with the inflation and daycare and all that. But that was just between him and I. So I barely had any money left over at the end of the month. I probably had $100 left. And I remember back then my friends would sell Amway, they would sell Avon, they would sell Mary Kay, and they would always invite me to their meetings. And me, obviously, I did support my friends. I would buy lipstick, I would buy something from them. I always try to support them. So hint here is you're gonna buy a vitamin somewhere, buy it from me, support my business, okay? Or do you know somebody that needs immune health? We are the immune system company. So I mean, throw that out there. There's so many ways to build our business. I have basically, you know, for the 20-something years we've been in this company, I've learned so much from all of you, so much. And you have no idea all the things that we hear out there. Like, this is hard. I can't talk to people. You know, don't make excuses, okay? Learn about your product. If you find it hard or difficult to talk to people, then what is your favorite product? Focus on that. Because when you talk about your favorite product, you're talking from the heart, and people sense that. People know, oh my gosh, you know, I want to try it too. Like when you go to the gym or go do Zumba or something, you say, oh my gosh. And you like you're among your friends and says, you know what? I brought you a test for you to try it when you do Zumba today. Put it in your water right now and tell me how much energy you're going to have, because you're going to want to buy this. And I don't want you to buy because you're my friend. I want you to buy because this stuff is amazing. This stuff actually has immune molecules, okay? This is my card, by the way. I put a little business card in there, and I put energy, but I also request them to give me their phone number so I can send them a Connect app video. It's that simple. You don't have to say much if you have the Connect app, okay? You really don't. The video does it all for you, and you can even see if they watched the video, and then you can follow up a few days later. So that's why you want them to try it on the spot. So you know, I know you tried it, so I'm gonna follow up. And let them know I'm gonna follow up because I wanna know what you think about this product. Yes, it's a little bit of an investment, depending on what country you're in. Sometimes you don't have the same flavors we do, but I know you have energy. Florida has given us so much as distributors. Some of you have earned Great Escape trips. And once you get to gold and platinum, oh my gosh, those trips are the most amazing, okay? Amazing trips. I mean, it's just, I can't explain to you. I mean, once you hit platinum, it's in a whole new level too. The bonus alone is what I probably more than I made a year working at my day job when I was working. Recently, we got 3 boxes like this. This is a President's Club box, letting you know that on our convention in Vegas, you have President Club benefits, which includes obviously qualified platinums, get the nice couches up front, we get catered food, we get airport rides, we get product, we get dinner with the Lisenbees, we get our paid admission, we get, oh my gosh, we get we get so many things. On top of that, we also get the amazing trip to Bora Bora, okay? Every 18 months, we get an amazing trip for the qualified golds and platinums, get this amazing trip. And every trip we've had is such memorable. I mean, I know Sherry and Sadiq and all of the Din and all the Din Empire have gone on those trips. I call it the Din Empire because, oh my gosh, they're probably the most famous platinums and golds in the company. But I'm just telling you, you know, you can do it. If we can do it, if me, okay, me, an employee at a Walmart Vision Center in a little El Centro, Imperial, California, can work and become a gold and the wife of a platinum, why can't you, okay? I'm just telling you, this business, you need to have passion for it. You really do. And you probably do if you're on this call. You most likely will achieve what you want out of this company. You just have to be consistent. And being consistent means that you talk to people every day. And using your Connect app, that's all you have to do. Just say, you know what, I'm going to send you. When people say, what's in this product? You go, let me send you a Connect app, and it tells you everything about it. And that's it. You don't have to like elaborate. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's in this product. Because people will put you on the spot. And if they do, just say, you know what? This is better than Monster. This is better than any energy drink you'll have. Have you heard the horrible stories of people going into cardiac arrest over these energy drinks like Monster and Red Bull? This will never give you that. And it doesn't give you that crash effect either. So that's what I would say. But this is an amazing company. It's given us, it's changed my family's life. It really has. It's changed it in more ways than I can say. And I'm so thankful to David and Bianca Lisenby for believing, first of all, in this product that we have, and as well in us, because it really does. It takes teamwork, and we're teamwork with this company. We love all of you. We appreciate you. And I see a lot of you on Facebook. Keep doing your Facebook Lives for those of you that do them. Don't mention company or product name, because you want those people to get back to you and ask, what is it you're talking about on your Facebook Live? Okay. And if you're shy like me to do Facebook Lives, then pre-record it and then upload it to your Facebook or your Instagram or whatever it is. Just find new ways of building your business. If one way doesn't work, try something else. You know, all I can say is just be consistent, and talk about your favorite product, because people know the difference between someone that doesn't know what they're talking about. And if you do, obviously, I mean, I got every product we have as my favorite product because it always works for me in what it was developed to do. Okay. And that's basically what I want to share with you. And we love and appreciate you. Now we can't wait to see you guys in Las Vegas. Hopefully, let's cross our fingers and hope that Vegas will allow us to have our convention, because it's not up to the company, it's up to Vegas, really. That's what I was told. So let's buy those tickets as soon as they open registration. And I'm sure you guys will see it on Facebook and Instagram when that is available for tickets. So with that, I give it back to Sadiq or one of the Dins.
Okay, thank you so much, Gabby. Thank you for your sharing your awesome tips. Yes, Dave.
I want to share a picture with you guys, if you don't mind, real quick.
Sure, sure.
You'd be amazed at some of the people that come in contact with our products that are willing to share them. I want to show a photo and see if you guys can guess who this is.
Okay.
All right? Let me share my screen. I'll give you a hint. This is the only person in the world that in the same year won an Academy Award, an Oscar, a Golden Globe Award, and an Emmy Award. She's currently filming. She's finishing up Suicide Squad 2.
Hold on, I need to screenshot this. I think her name was her name Lupita or something like that.
Viola Davis.
Viola Davis. Okay.
Viola Davis, and she is willing to send pictures like this of our products. There's protein. Those are her three favorite products that she shares with people: ProTF, Renuvo, and Energy. And she doesn't have to do that. You see, these are the people that we come in contact with now that fall in love with our products. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you.
Air Supply uses it too.
Yeah, Graham and Russell and those guys from Air Supply. In fact, Sherry and Sadiq, if you guys like music, Air Supply, if they're ever over there, let us know and have you go backstage and meet the guys. They're really cool. And they carry 4Life suitcases. The carry-ons are the 4Life carry-ons.
Yeah, I think Air Supply will be more like my dad's and Auntie Sherry's time.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, but thank you so much, Dave. And Gabby, thank you so much for the tips. I like how you share about how you put your name card and the energy glow sticks inside the plastic, and how you promote the business. And Gabby, since you're here just now, there was a comment for you. This is from Tini in Singapore. She said that she loves and have always remembered your advice about being the woman that men need and not the woman that needs men. Yeah. So you have told.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
We only had 8 minutes.
Yeah,
so that's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, I believe you said that the last time when you came over to Singapore. Yeah. So thank you for that. One. Yes, Dave.
So Gabby showed you her business card. All right. This is our card that we have. Go ahead. Can you read the back of it? Can you read what it says?
Let me teach you how to build your dream, or else someone will hire you to build theirs. By Dave Autry. Declare yourself. Wow.
Yeah, and that catches people's attention.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, there'll be a new name card idea for all of us. Okay. All right, Dave. There was a question for you. Hold on. All right, this is from Sadiq. Okay, a question for Dave. There are thousands of network marketing companies in the world. What is the significant difference between 4Life and the rest, and why 4Life?
Awesome question. Okay, first of all, I love the fact that there's other network marketing companies. What does that tell you? When a lot of these companies want to start up in the network marketing industry, it's a great industry. It's made more millionaires than any industry in the world. You see, if we were the only network marketing company, I think the people would say, I don't think that thing really works. But they know it works. Number two, I love competition. Competition helps me become more and better. I like competition. But what we have, we've got competition, but we kind of don't, in the sense that we've got an exclusive product, a product with a story. So that's what makes For Life different. We don't just sell vitamins and minerals, essential oils only, just, I call it me too, the same old stuff. We've got something unique with a great story behind it. That's why I tell everyone, learn the story and share the story, all right? But that's what makes us different. Number one is our story, great story. Number two, our culture. I know that people want to make money. I know everyone wants to make money, but you know what? It's real sad when you make a little bit of money and you lose it. So if you want to make money, you want to build a legacy at the same time. So it lasts a lifetime. And we're blessed to have a company that really watches our back. They do things by the book. They do things by the laws around the world. David Lisenby, yes, he's conservative, but it's that conservatism that has kept For Life with a AAA rating in the USA. If y'all know what AAA means, they don't have any formal complaints. Not one formal complaint that's registered against For Life, not one. That's why they're AAA rated. That's a higher rating than any big company like Microsoft or whatever. So we've got a great company. They protect us. They watch our backs, and they listen to us, So For Life is different. It really is. And the only way you're going to know that is by getting in, spending years with the For Life family, building, learning the culture, learning who we are, and making this a lifestyle. But yeah, we are different in many ways.
All right. Thank you so much, Dave. And again, thank you for being here. Thank you for the time and for sharing with us your story. Oh, just give me a second. This my
I hear your baby.
my daughter there.
She's
fine. Yeah, she's fine. She's okay.
Yeah. Give her a big kiss for us.
Oh yeah, we will. Raisa, you okay? Okay. All right. So okay, what's gonna happen now? We're gonna take a group photo. Okay, so maybe we if everyone can just turn on your cameras. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna take some screenshots. There are 6 pages here. Okay, so you don't know you are gonna be on which page, so just smile when I count to 3. Okay, so this is the first page. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, all right. Second page. 1, 2, 3. Okay, third page. All right. Okay, by the 4th page, everyone's just using photos. So I'll just take a screenshot of this. Page 5. And lastly, page 6. Okay. Okay. Please give me a second. All right. So again, thank you so much, Dave. Thank you so much, Gabby, for spending the time here to share with all of us. We really appreciate. In fact, this is one of the reasons why we all love you, because you are, even though you are very successful, but you're always humble. I can recall the last time we shared a table was, I think it was in Killarney in Ireland, and I can't help feeling, when I'm sitting on the table, with you and Gabby, I feel like really we can feel the how warm and close you guys are. I felt like you guys are like our own parents. That's how amazing it is, and I really
we're all family. We're a big family.
Yeah. So again, thank you so much, and we hope to see you again soon. Yeah, we're all praying so that this Corona season will just blow over and we can meet each other again.
Thank you, Ridwan.
And
I
thank
want
you.
to thank Sherry real quick. I want to thank Sherry for that wonderful balmy night and that saute we had, and the decision you made, Sherry, to join For Life. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. And we wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for you guys too. So thank you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Right. And of course, thanks to our platinums, Sadiq and Sherry, for being here. And to all our goals.
Cowboy.
Now
the wizard.
We have Akram here. We have Salim here. We have Kurnia here. We have Ratu here. And if I don't see him, I'm sorry. But basically, all the goals, all the internationals who are here, all the presidentials, all the diamonds, and all the builders, and all For Life members, we wish you all the best of success in the months and the years to come. So thank you, and good morning, everybody. Bye-bye.
Morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you,
Bye.
Pepe. Thank you very much.
Keep going, keep growing.
Yeah, we hope to see you soon.
Yes,
We're going to invite you many more times.
absolutely. Can't wait. Want to go there. See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Awesome.
You.